time of the week again. Prepare yourself for the surveyors of sauce, the sultans of spaghetti, the whispers in your ears. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the What's Your Spaghetti Policy podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Alex and Jakub.
Serious funny, and I'm just what I like to think as funny. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's different styles of humor. I am the serious one and the one that's much more stoic and sort of like, trying to keep this fucking train on the rails where you always constantly try to derail it with, dick and fart jokes and like childish humor. And that's fine.
I don't make dick and fart jokes. I think they just come naturally. Okay. It's not like I set out to derail the train. It's not like I'm throwing banana peels out there on the tracks. It's just where my brain goes.
I have a dry humor, I would say, and a bit of a dark humor. I
don't think your dark humor comes out enough. But
I'm just not a funny person, and I realized that a long time ago that like in the group dynamics of I'm not the funny guy. I'm not the funny person.
I think you have some really good funny moments, though. Like it's. I don't know how to explain it without breaking it down too much.
I agree with you, but like I don't constantly make light of a situation and try to bring humor into it like some people do.
I just don't like when things get serious because that's when things aren't fun. I don't like when things aren't fun.
I don't try to break up the darkness with jokes because to be the end of the world and be like, hey,
if there's ever a time that we need jokes, it's at the end of the world.
Don't tell jokes. When the very few times that I say something funny, it's because it's like a real life situation. It's something that has happened. Something happened to me.
It's relatable humor. Yeah,
it's like relatable human humor, but like I don't like tell like, hey, why'd the dog knock over the water dish? You
don't knock jokes. Yeah, it's not like you're out there.
Just in general, I just don't tell jokes.
Yeah,
because also, in the current climate of things, it's hard to tell jokes.
Oh, here we go. You can't make comedy anymore. Is that your stance? You can't do comedy.
Speaking of apologies and comedy.
Yeah.
You have your apology ready?
No, I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Fucking coward.
I was gonna apologize for the way I ended last week's episode.
You didn't have anxiety for 2 days?
No, I didn't. It was good. But I got confirmation that it's okay, that I'm ignorant, and that I'm stupid, and that's all right. And I think I'm okay with that.
Confirmation from who?
Friends.
Who?
Yeah, Mike.
Why does Mike count?
Because I don't know why you got to bring. I don't need to go bring race into this. Okay.
You brought in race.
Mike is in fact a black man. Yes, he's our one of our friends. I don't know where I'm going with this.
He's
one of our friends.
You almost said it.
What did I almost say? We need to clarify a little bit because people are going to think like, oh, did he almost just say the N word? Absolutely not. I would never. It's not even in my vocabulary.
No, it wasn't that. You were just going to be like, you were going to say like, he's our black friend, like as if we only have one.
No, we got Wes.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, that's the only two I personally know.
Adrian, shit,
that's right. Yeah, I got three black friends.
That's pretty good considering before this podcast you had exactly 0.
I did. Yeah.
You're welcome, by the way.
Absolutely, thank you. But anywho, yeah, to my credit, I did get all 7 consonants. So I nailed it.
It was a struggle. It was,
but now I can recall them.
And there were people that were pulling out their hair, laughing, jabbing out their ears.
Yeah,
people caused quite a stir.
People were not thrilled at the American education system, that's for sure. So
I don't think it's more you.
I think that's the American education
system. I asked
system,
Christina like on the spot, and she was like, "I know them, but I'm not going to name them because then I'll be afraid I don't know them because I buckle under pressure."
Exactly. See, now you know how I feel being put on the spot on a podcast.
She also has the anxiety bug that you have.
But I do. Okay, so yeah, but I got them all flawlessly. Didn't have any issues bringing them up. So, but yeah,
your recollection is different than the actual tape. Let's go to the tape.
Well, it's good that you can't go back and listen to episodes. Like once they're out there and this week's episode drops, you won't be able to go back and listen to old episodes.
Could you imagine if like the podcast was like a roguelite?
That's kind of a fun idea. I kind of like it. If we were bigger, if we had like an audience,
every episode's a new episode.
Yeah, if we had an audience that was like super into that kind of thing, and was going to listen, it'd be a fun
so
thing.
Meta though.
It'd be hard though.
But you would often have to repeat things to make it consistent.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like, because like a roguelite is like you're essentially doing the same thing over and over with like a slight difference. But with like if you did it with a podcast, you would have to like your opener would have to be the same every week or something like that. There would have to be something that ties it together to each episode.
That is really kind of a fun idea, just because it's like it feels like you would create a really good community, because then it's like you would have like every episode, then people that are new would just have to jump in and like, oh, what is this? And there would be like a whole Substack of lore that we have. And like we would have like the community would have to come together to build the lore, but like we wouldn't have like literally like we drop an episode, we delete the other one, and like there's no record of it. But it would be hard because then you have to like figure out how to get rid of the record of it. So
yeah,
I don't think you can do that though.
You go in, you just go in and delete it, and then re-upload a different one.
But I mean, it's still gonna be alive on like other platforms.
Not if you delete it from your host.
Let's delete a random episode. Just pick a random episode to delete. We'll delete it, and people will be like, "Where'd that episode go?" And that'll be the missing episode. That'll be the
episode one, and then we'll go back and we'll reboot this thing in a couple years. We'll just call it the remastered version.
Dude, when we're 50, can you imagine? We jump back into the pod, like 50 years old, and like we can go back and like listen to old episodes and be like, "Wow, this is what we sounded like."
Wouldn't we be like considered geriatric at that point?
Yeah, pretty much. Be like,
I believe we have talked about it before. Like, but what is the exact geriatric line? Is it all circumstantial based on like the situation? Like, obviously, most people in Congress, most people in government are geriatric.
I feel like that's a good start because I feel like they're old enough. Like it's
according to News Medical, the difference between elderly and geriatric. All right. Elderly age refers to those between the ages of 65 and 74. This is the most common definition used in healthcare and in research. It's also the age at which Medicare, the U.S. health insurance program for seniors, becomes available for now. And then about that time, after 75, is when the word geriatric starts to pop up. Some healthcare providers and geriatric specialists may use this as the age as a cutoff for defining geriatric patients. This is because older adults may experience more significant health challenges. How funny that like the older you get, the worse health you get, the more they don't want to help you. Weird.
Shocker. Yeah,
that's and then weird. the third geriatric line is called functional decline.
That's
which is the majority of our government.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate description of it, where it's just. But this so like that's the thing, man, is like we know that the human body, the way it's designed, right? You get to a certain age,
flawless.
You get to a certain age, and it's like rolling down a hill. Like you can only go downhill. Sorry, I don't know if this is a shock or anybody out there thinking that we could live forever. Sorry, at some point your body's going to reach a point where it's the apex, and then what happens after the apex? The subtle decline, right? And so we know that the human body deteriorates, right, after a certain point, but then. It's like for some reason in our brains, we disassociate that fact to the people who run the country, or like even like
that's because they have mental cognitive decline.
It's like not even just running the country. It's like in positions of leadership, like at your job, right? At your doctor, he might be over 60 or 70. Dentist. It's like we have all these people in our society, right? And I get the idea that it's like you don't want to like take them and put them somewhere else because that's kind of like ageist, right? Is that a thing? Is that a thing that they do? Like, what is that?
I mean, the thing is those people are also ageist themselves. You're young and you're dumb and you don't know anything.
And they won't let us run anything because they think we're stupid and young. Yeah.
They discredit your opinion because you're 36, and it's just like, but what were you doing at 36?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they were doing a lot more at 36, but it's because they like didn't have anybody like, you know what I mean? Like it's like a whole thing, you know, we it's a whole thing. Don't even worry about it. But
They had a lot of nepotism back then.
Yeah, and it's just like, but it's like there's obvious cognitive decline, but then it's like we don't have age limits in like Congress and whatnot, or like at these jobs, and it's like just retire, guys.
I just think there's like a lot of checks and balances that we could implement in just like everyday society that would really benefit the greater good,
yeah,
of the world. Like, for example, I think you should have to retake your driving fucking test every 10 years.
Yeah, and okay,
every 10 years you retake the driving test.
But I do think that we need better public infrastructure, like globally, because I think that if you're going to have people lose their license because they can't pass the test anymore, I think that there still needs to be a system set up in which they can get a ride to where they need to be to go get medication, to go to doctor's appointments, to see family, etc.
Think about this. At 16, you have your driving test, okay? Theoretically, at the age of 26, you should be pretty good. At the age of 36, you shouldn't miss a fucking thing. At the age of 46, you shouldn't miss a fucking thing. The curve doesn't exist the older you are because you have 50 years of fucking experience. And if you can't fucking do your job, if you can't drive correctly, get the fuck off the road. You start getting docked things because, dude, it's a madness the amount of people that cannot drive. Like it is and like I know that the older, like, listen, I didn't have to parallel park in my driving test.
I could probably do it, but no, I didn't.
I didn't say I couldn't do it. I'm just saying it's not something that I had to do where I lived because parallel parking wasn't a thing. But you go to New York City, Boston, you go to a major metropolis, you're gonna have to parallel park.
Yeah.
Not to say that there's like one is better than the other, but it's just like, there's just certain things. Plus, laws change all the time. So like the laws that were in effect when we were 16 probably no longer exist by the time we're 55 years old.
It's just, man, I just don't get how it's like like people are old.
Another one.
Your brain doesn't work as good. It's okay. It's not a bad thing.
If you win capitalism and you're able to retire, you don't get to vote anymore.
I mean,
Actually, if you don't have a job, if you are not employed, you don't get to vote. And on voting day, you get a free day off work.
Well, I don't think that we should take it away from people who don't have a job. Because it's like, I think that if you don't pay taxes is when you don't get a vote, right? Anybody that doesn't pay taxes doesn't get to vote. But inversely to that, if you don't vote, you don't have to pay taxes. So the trade-off.
Then no one's going to pay taxes, and then everything.
It's fine. It's a balance. We got to work on it, But I'm saying,
I just think once you reach a certain age, because again, you reach retirement age, you have no fucking idea what it is like as a regular human being in this country.
I think you vote on certain things.
No, you don't. No, you fucking don't.
Yeah, like if it's like
you've had 50 years of voting.
Like Medicare, you get to vote on Medicare and Medicaid because you get to use it.
Fuck them. Who gives a shit?
Well, I mean, I still think they get to vote.
No, they don't.
I think they should get a vote.
They get to make decisions for us.
I think they honestly
based off things that they don't use and things that they have no fucking clue about. So why can't we then take the things that they do use and take it away from them? Maybe if you were a better person for 50 years, we wouldn't be so amped to take your fucking rights and healthcare away from you.
Yeah,
fucking flip the script.
Feel like they're kind of like always trying to take all our stuff away, but I mean it's whatever,
I'm just saying, like, once you retire,
I think
you win. Like you are no longer a part of society. You are over here.
I feel like you're in how about a new society? I feel like you're no longer a part of our society. It feels like you're trying to like exile them to like a part of somewhere. I am. Well, I mean, like, I don't want to go that extreme. Okay, this is where like we diverge sometimes, right? Like,
even though you're the more extreme than I am.
Yeah, but this is like one of those things where just like
your compassion gets in the way.
It's not even about compassion, right? I don't want to exclude a sect of people. I think those negative connotations.
Those people, for like the slightest chance of making money off of your misery, would exile you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, they probably would.
So why wouldn't you do it to them?
I think that everybody should get a vote. Like, I think if we want to flip the script, I think anybody in the U.S., right, no matter what, legally, illegally, whatever, I think if you're in the country, get a vote.
Oh, that's a controversial.
I know it's a controversial take.
That's way more controversial than what I just said.
So because my thought is that like, if you look at the reason that America exists, right? What was the what was one
Tell
of the,
me how history works, Jacob.
What was
Mister,
one of the
I'm just
main
learning.
reasons that we are here in America and that we fought back against the British and we were like, fuck you, right? It was taxation without representation, right? The idea that like if anybody in the country that's paying taxes should then have a say in the government, right?
If you're a citizen.
No. This is taxation because I'm talking about the fundamental reason that we fought back.
Oh, we're going back that far. We're gonna start basing 2025 stuff on 17.
They already do it with the fucking Constitution, so why not? Why not? You know,
hey,
we're still taking orders from fucking.
We'll get into it later.
dudes.
I've got a list of things that you've heard your whole life that you've only heard half of.
I still think everybody's in the country. They get a vote. Why not? Fuck it.
Well, here's the. I mean, it's whatever because it's voting.
And we'll make it popularity rules. The majority wins.
If voting mattered, they wouldn't let you do it. So
that's fair, maybe.
But I mean, if you really wanted voting to matter, you would do it like Australia does, and you get fined in the mail if you don't vote.
Yeah, dude. I think dude, you start
voting.
charging people. I mean, because
Put it on your. It's easy. It's docked on your IRS. You owe $50 because you didn't vote.
There's so much that we got to work out because it's like you can't dock people money if
yes you can
if you don't make it a federal holiday in which everybody gets time off to go and vote, right? Because then
Jacob,
it's like
you're docked money if you don't have enough money in your fucking bank account.
Right, but I'm just saying you can't.
So yes, they can.
You can't hold somebody at gunpoint, right, and say vote now or I'm going to shoot you. And
yes,
then
they can
handcuff them to where they can't vote. I feel like that's not cool. I don't like that.
Oh wow, look at this.
Make sure that everybody has a chance to vote, be it by mail, be it make it a national holiday.
They do.
Make sure that people are allowed to vote any way they can, right? With no
it's on the calendar, bro.
With no obstacles in the way. Like, hey, voting day is June 6th for some reason. I don't know. June 6th works, okay? And then that's the day everybody knows there's no work. Everybody gets a siesta that day. They get 4 hours.
Then capitalism will crumble.
Fuck it. Who cares about it? Honestly, let's create a new system in which we're not revolving around money.
Here's the thing.
So,
I don't even know why we're talking about voting so much, but like, even though it's on the calendar.
Because we're running for president. That's why.
It's on the calendar, and the fact that like there's a specific day designated to voting. I have never voted on the day that voting occurs. I always vote weeks in advance.
Yeah, you do the early voting.
It is like a month-long event. That's that's essentially why you don't get out of work.
I think it's stupid. I think you should at least have one day.
It's not a one-day thing.
Well, I think you at least have one day where, hey.
Well, kids don't go to school on that day.
Oh, dude, let's break it up. Okay, we do it. Everybody gets a number, right? And if your number starts with 1, you vote on these 3 days. If your number starts with 2, you vote on these. I feel like there's just better systems, you know? We could just come up with better systems. I don't know why we don't.
At this point, I'm all for just like trying something different.
I don't even know, dude. I don't even know.
A couple weeks ago, I forgot to talk about this. I had one of those parenting moments. I was at a gathering, and not like of juggalos. This was like a Labor Day gathering.
Hell yeah!
And like I don't really like participating in those sort of things. There's a lot of people there that it was just like, whatever. And one of the things was a Connect 4 tournament.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Sick. Yeah.
And it was like we had enough people. I think we had 16 people. The grand prize was $50 or $100.
Damn,
I think it was 100. Whatever it was. I think it was 50. Maybe it was 100. I can't remember. Regardless of the fact, it was big money prize, right?
Yeah, dude.
All right, and it was randomly drawn. All right, we had a bracket of 16 people.
Okay.
My name gets drawn. My first opponent is my daughter.
Damn, that's hard.
Now, what does Jacob do in this situation?
I mean, like, I'm being competitive here, and like, hey, you're coming.
Are you gonna let your sons win?
Nah, dude. If you're in a big boy tournament, you're playing for cash. Welcome to the real world. You stepped up to the big leagues, buddy. Like we're playing for money.
I got many people who were like, "Oh, you're gonna let her win." I was like, "The fuck, I am."
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Like this is a life lesson. Like I'm not going to let. And I've always been that way. That way with Sally.
I respect it.
I do not let her win. If she beats me legitimately.
Yeah. Because I feel like it's a better
builds
payoff.
character.
I mean, it's
Right.
a better payoff at the end too. I do think that
Now-
you don't want to like completely crush their spirits, right? I don't want to completely crush my kids' spirits, but it's like in this situation.
I feel like your 8-year-old could beat you at Connect Four. Did I say checkers? I meant Connect Four.
You said Connect Four. Yeah, you said Connect
Okay.
Four. But no, I don't know. Maybe he honestly, it depends. It's a wild card because I don't know. If I'm not paying attention, it could be. There's so many factors, but
All right,
he could do it.
So, anyways, so the rules were best of 3, right, or the
Okay.
first to two wins. I won both games in less than 3 minutes combined.
Yeah.
Absolutely demolished her.
You let her know. You let her know. Hey, this is a big boy game. This is not a big boy game, but this is the adults game. Okay.
I wasn't actively trying to like be a dick, but I was just like, I'm like, sorry, like you should have been better. Like I don't know how to teach you. Like and you know the sort of thing too. Like she doesn't like defeat. She doesn't like criticism. She doesn't handle that stuff well. But everyone was then like, sorry, Zoe. Like this is how life works. Like once people. Like, cause I could see it in her face. Like she was visibly upset. She was almost on the brink of like crying because it was not fun for her.
I mean,
it was not fun. I mean, I was just like, I went for the kill, dude.
I don't know what it's one of those things where I don't know, maybe you do more prep work, but I feel like it's kind of like cut and dry. Like, hey, I'm not going to hold back. Okay. We're playing like Zoe, hey, we're sitting down, we're playing for cash. Okay.
Yeah.
This is not fun again, daughter play date. Okay, this is for cash.
So
money.
then I move on to the second round, and absolutely wipe the floor with the person I'm playing.
Good.
And I'm feeling good. Like I haven't lost.
I feel like I do. Okay, so I feel like if you do crush your daughter, you then have to crush every single opponent, so that way your daughter feels better knowing that like it wasn't just me. Like
she watched.
He was going to destroy everybody. He's going.
I dominate. Yeah, I dominated this person.
Good. Okay. Good.
And then you get into the final 4 of people.
Okay.
Right. And I did not crush this person, but it was intense.
Now,
this guy. Okay.
I don't know the rules of Connect 4, right? But
that's why your son would beat you.
Do you reset if nobody scores 4? Like, you know what I mean?
Yes. It's a tie. It's a tie, and you play again. That's why I said first to 2 wins.
Okay. I just want to clarify. Sorry, I keep hitting my desk. But...
So it came down to it. The first game, like there was like maybe 3 holes left, and like it was like intense. Like we were sitting here staring at each other, and like I was counting like 3-4 holes ahead, as was he.
You went full on Carl Magnuson is what you did.
I mean,
you were locked in.
And honestly, it was like, well, who's the other guy? Carl's.
Fucking, I don't remember, dude. All I know is Carl is the one who's always throwing.
Yeah, like one was like a 54-year-old, and the other was like a young prodigy. Like I'm the young prodigy here because I'm the person I'm playing is like.
Is he geriatric? That's a callback. Yeah,
easily. All right, and so, but I mean, he was really good Connect 4 player. So the first game, I win, and I'm feeling pretty good. Second game, it comes down to the last couple ones. I was like, I can't win. I'm gonna go ahead and play through, but like I counted the.
You're playing defense.
Counted the holes.
Yeah, you're playing
No,
defense.
I counted the holes, and I was just like, well, I'm gonna go through the motions. I can't win. Boom, boom, boom. So now it's tied, and then I believe we tied on game 3. So it comes down to like, boom, like all right. So like this, and I mean, it came down to this point to where there was like 5 left. And he was just like, damn it, I can't win. I can't win. But then here's the thing. You got people yelling, saying, you got it, you got it, you got it. But then it's just like, even, there's like mind games there too. Because he's like, well, you've got me. But like, then I also have to know those exact moves he's foreseeing that I have, and I don't fuck those up. I end up winning. All right, I win.
Crushed it.
Winning. I'm in the championship. Lo and behold, I play my wife.
Damn, and she comes out. It's like a cinematic moment, right?
And to be fair, we don't play games against each other.
Is that for a reason? Is there some competitiveness there?
I don't like to lose.
I don't think anybody does. You know.
Here's the thing. I hate losing more than I like winning.
I think that makes sense. Yeah.
That absolutely makes sense.
I don't like winning quite a lot. I don't care to lose. I lose a lot.
Well, that's why you're a loser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got me. Damn. Okay. Fucking roasted
See,
me. That's good. That's cool.
there you go. See, sometimes I am funny. Anyways,
Sometimes you crush it, dude.
but it was because like when Christine and I first started dating, like Christina's very good at basketball. Probably not so much now, but like when we first started dating, like one of the things I was like, oh, I can hoop it up. And from like the first time we played basketball together, I was like, oh, she ain't backing down. Like she played, like she boxed me out one time, and I was like, I'm hurting, like
Damn.
through those hips, and I was like, oh, whatever. So it's always been like friendly competitive, right? Friendly competitive, like well, but and again, as time has gone on, there are certain situations probably when we go to Top Golf, I'm probably gonna win. When we bowl, I'm probably gonna win. But it's not always the case. But I think that that desire to defeat me has subsided a bit for her. Like she doesn't care as much as I do.
Got you. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Yeah.
She's competitive and she likes to win, but most of the time it's you're playing for nothing.
Yeah.
This time we're playing for money. I'm pretty sure it was 100. I'm pretty sure it was $100. Anyways, and it was just like, hey, I like made the best person.
You did the whole chess thing where you're like, okay, you shake hands, right? You show up the
Yep.
last second whenever they're about to call it for her, and they're like, okay,
May the best person win.
yeah,
And everybody is watching us. Right.
yeah.
And Christina doesn't like pressure. She doesn't like eyes on her.
On
Right?
another
She's-
level, kind of hot. Everybody's all eyes are on you guys. Are they gonna make out? Are they gonna fight? Like, what's gonna happen? It's kind of cool. Like,
And
it's kinda
so
nice.
if I remember correctly, I won the first game.
Gotcha.
But you can't show any emotion. You can't. It's just like okay, whatever, right? And then she wins the second game. We're back to even.
Now, how many
right?
people in the crowd are going like, "Oh, this is staged"? Like they set this up. It is.
No, this it can be staged. It was all random draw.
That's fair. I guess that's true.
The first 16 were random draw, but what I didn't know is she's absolutely mopping the floor with everybody she's playing too.
Damn. So like they had you guys separated. You were on separate fields, right? And this is like they raised the curtain.
It was
and there
the
you guys are.
immovable object versus the impenetrable force, right?
Yeah, dude.
And then it gets down. I mean, I am sweating because I'm sitting in the sun. She's hot. It's just like we're just like
I get. You felt like you
focused.
could make this a movie, dude. Because this is like romantic, but
Like
also
we're like staring. Like
I love how you
again,
say focus, and your camera immediately goes out of focus.
right? Yeah.
It's like,
But like we're like I'm staring down. I'm like I'm doing everything, and like it's in that moment that I'm like I didn't realize that Connect Four was as strategic and like mind gamey as it is, because I'm over on this side and I'm like I've got her, she's done.
toasted.
I was not watching this side, and I made one wrong move,
That's the
and
the
I
fatal flaw.
fucking lost.
Gotta
I
watch the whole
lost.
board, dude. Gotta watch the whole board.
But even her, she was just like, I don't think I can win. I'm pretty like she's like I'm not gonna win. But it comes back to that like, yes, but then like I think also like I don't know what happened. We
she
both
kept
had
your eyes over here.
No,
Dude.
no.
She kept your eyes over here.
I don't
She
think it was
playing
intentional,
this.
but I think we both miscalculated the moves because she was like, "You're gonna win," and we start to do this, and then she's like, "No, wait." And I was like, "Full," and it was.
Dude,
It was
I need to
just-
get her on the podcast, just her, and talk to her about her strategy behind it and like what
she
was going.
probably
through
don't
her
even
head.
remember. She knows she beat me and she got the money.
That's
But
fair. I
she
guess all
doesn't-
she
she
has to
does-
remember.
She doesn't. She's not detailed like I am. Like when I'm like, and so it was just like, I felt like it was like I like what do you do? Because like then I have to be away. I didn't want to go like Bobby Knight and like throw
No,
chairs
again,
and
you
shit. 'Cause,
pull
like,
the Carl Magnuson, you smash the table, you knock everything
No.
over, you shake her hand, and you walk away defeated. That's what you're supposed to do.
I mean, I said congratulations. Like she beat me fair and square. There was no like this is the way it was. Like and then but like you've also got a kid there. Like our child is watching this.
Yeah.
And like how am I gonna react? How is because I lost and
Yeah.
she lost. And I mean I dying inside. Dying inside.
Damn, you got
Because, like,
so close.
So I hate losing. I hate losing so much. I hate losing when it's directly me. right?
Yeah.
My sports team loses, we die and hunt, whatever. Like there's so many factors, but when it's directly me and my skills are lack thereof, you know what I mean? But like the moral of the story, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Yeah, I think the moral of the story is you got to play you got to watch the whole board, right? You can't just be so focused, right? You gotta
I
have the view
also
of everything.
have an update from the doorknob that defeated me last week.
Let's go, dude. This is a story everybody's been waiting to hear. Like, what happened? Tell us.
So you remember the guy who showed up and he
Yeah.
was just like, I can't do this. I've never seen this in my 20 plus years of working on doors.
Yeah.
So the plan was that he was going to order a new door handle and bring it in and like install it on Thursday. So we get the call in case he's coming. Guy shows up, guy never seen before. I don't know who you are.
Stranger
Like,
danger.
I'm
Yeah.
like, what happened to Jerry or whatever? He's like, oh, like he's they sent it to me. All right, cool.
Be funny if they fired him because he couldn't get his doorknob fixed.
Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's what happened.
Like, you got
I was
defeated
like,
by a fucking doorknob. You're out of here, dude. Get out of here.
I was like, well, he was supposed to order a door handle, and he was like, I didn't get that.
Great.
And so I'm like,
good start.
and I'm like, did this guy fucking just say this shit because he was so mortally embarrassed that he couldn't do this? But the guy was aware. He said, yeah, we were talking about it in the office yesterday because I think this happened on Tuesday. We recorded the podcast on Wednesday. He came on Thursday. So on Wednesday, they were talking about it in the thing. And he was like, yeah, he's like, we just didn't really understand how he couldn't put a doorknob on.
That's God.
And I said, I'm going to tell you something. I was like, I was like, I'm not dumb. I was like, I know how to put on a doorknob. Again,
Yeah.
like I'm having to like overly defend myself to not be an incompetent moron because I
Yeah.
couldn't put a doorknob on. And I said, to me, as somebody who's like not in this field or industry, it feels like the screw is not long enough to like for the teeth or the groove to catch so that you can turn it. Like that's what it felt like to me because like I was having such a hard time getting the
Like,
thing
in theory, you could take it apart and you could have it side by side. And you could do it. Yeah, you took it out and you did it already. And you're like, okay, they fit together.
But it was like the distance.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, good luck. And then like he's like looking at it and he's like messing with it. He's like, I'll be right back. I was like, oh, okay. So like this is like it's got him too.
Yeah.
And I was working a little bit. And he's like, all right, I'm done.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, what was it? He's like, screw wasn't long enough.
Nailed it. You got it. You called it.
But I was like, it's been on that door for 3 months.
That's
He's
weird.
like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I guess it was just barely like the
It must have had. It's like
the tread. He
yeah.
said the tread must have just barely been on it, and then over time of like opening and closing the door, it just finally slowly worked its way off, and then you just couldn't get it back on there. But he's like, all I did was get a longer screw that we have thousands of, and I put it in there.
Damn, it sounds like he's really coming hard at this kid now.
Dude,
it's like coming hard.
That kid that it was an old man. It was a geriatric.
I know, but I'm talking about the guy. It's like going hard at was the first guy that came was an old guy.
The first guy that came was an old guy. The other guy was a newer guy. So
damn, this is a battle of the ages.
So the geriatric line again.
He's getting shit in the office for a little while, that's for sure. So.
That guy got fired. He had to, right?
I think
like you've embarrassed our company. We had to give him a free.
Nah, they don't. I don't think they would fire him over it. They would definitely just give him shit the entire for a month at least.
100%.
It might even become a nickname. Who knows? Like Short Screw Eddie or something like that. I don't know, but
Short Screw Jerry.
Yeah, it's Short Screw Jerry, dude. Old Jerry Short Screw are there, So
I have a hockey story for you.
Let's go, dude. I'm okay with that. I'll allow it.
Hockey season starts here, and I think puck drop for first game is 10 days.
Preseason's been going on too, dude. It's been fun.
How'd that go for you? How'd your first game go for you?
It's a bunch of young kids out there right now, So it's you got I know we got some regulars out there on the ice, but you got some new guys coming in, and it's just
what was the score? What was the score of your first game? And
not quite sure, but the goalie, he's got some work to do for sure. He's got to get his skates, got to get his head aligned.
Who'd you play?
Small team, really. It's just like
small team
with
the greatest goal scorer of all time, who didn't play, by the way.
Well, I don't see him playing very much until the season starts because
he got hurt in practice. He's geriatric. He's hurt.
I can imagine. The funny thing is, like, he's like what, a year or two older than us. He's like only like 3 years older than us, right?
He's like 40.
Again, he's only like a few years older than us, dude. Like, No, he's like 38 or something like that, wasn't he?
He's 40. He just turned 40.
Okay, literally, he's only 4 years older than us, give or
And,
take a few months.
and gray as can be. Anyways, the Caps and the Bruins played in preseason, and the Bruins scored first, and
It was
then
looking promising for sure.
and then we scored within a minute,
Immediately, and then
and
again,
then
immediately,
and then again,
Yeah.
and then again, and next thing you know, it's 4-1 after one. Final score is 5-2. I mean, just like eviscerated you guys.
I mean, wow, it's
But it's
5 goals. It's fine.
Oh wow, it's a lot.
It's preseason.
It is preseason. That's what you must remember. Most of those kids won't even be playing. Anyways, have you ever heard of the hockey player Taro Sugimoto?
No.
Based off the name, where do you think that he would come from?
I mean, I feel like I can't answer that.
You can't?
Probably the Asians. That's what I would say. Maybe Japan.
There you go. All right. So Taro Sugimoto is a fictitious. No.
He's a fake guy. He's a fake guy created by the NHL to. It's kind of a racist thing, actually. Now that I think about it, it's broken down. It's like they created.
He's a Japanese hockey player.
Okay.
Who was selected in the 1974 NHL amateur draft.
Okay.
All right. The 183rd overall pick by the Buffalo Sabres.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
All right. He was drafted because at the time, the Sabres general manager, Punch Imlock,
what a fucking name, dude.
Yeah, was absolutely frustrated by the absurd length of the draft. And in the late rounds, he decided to have fun and draft someone unusual.
I feel like that's kind of mean. Because, I mean, what? Oh, I'm a hockey player, but I'm unusual. Why? Because he has he's a fun last name.
Together with the Sabres director of communications, Paul Whelan, at the time, the 21-year-old Japanese forward who played for the Tokyo Katanas of the Japanese Ice Hockey League, was drafted.
Why does it feel like when you call it ice hockey, it takes something away? Like, it feels like it's ice skating. Like, it's like they're out there doing pirouettes and stuff. I don't know why. When you call it ice hockey, like, it is what it is called, right? But it just feels, it feels like, I don't know, like it's like.
Now, there's a catch.
Okay.
He is fake. So I buried it.
Fuck. Okay.
He's a fake player that was actually drafted.
So many questions. It does feel a bit racy because we're like, haha, funny man. He's got a unique name. He's Fujimoto, and he's Asian.
So
all feels like set up. He plays with the samurai katanas over there in fucking Japan.
Tokyo Katanas.
Yeah.
So let's go back and reread it. I fucked it up at the beginning, but you were.
I did. I thought that I was just going along with it. Sure.
So Taro Sugimoto is a fictitious Japanese hockey player who was selected, blah, 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 blah. The decision to draft the non-existent player was made by the Sabres general manager, who was frustrated with the absurd length of the draft. And in the late rounds, decided to have some fun. So together with the director of communications, they created the 21-year-old Japanese forward who played for the fictitious Tokyo Katanas of the Japanese Hockey League. The name was inspired by Japanese-American Joshua Sugimoto, who owned a grocery store that Whelan would regularly drive by. Taro Sugimoto quickly became an inside joke for the Sabres and now is a beloved figure in the team's history.
I don't know, man. It feels a little bit wrong. It feels like a joke that back then was hilarious. It killed. Everybody fucking loved it.
You will still to this day see people wearing a Sugimoto jersey sweater at Buffalo Sabres games.
It's fun, I get it, but at the same time, it does feel like a joke that you could not pull off today in the current climate of things, just because, like, again, there's a lot of, like, racial connotations with it, It's like, of course, they're going to name the fictitious team, the Tokyo Katanas, right? Because it's like, oh, it's Japan. They know swords and samurais, and of course, I don't know, man.
They used to hang banners at their old Buffalo Memorial Auditorium that says, Taro says, followed by a witty comment against an opposing team or player.
Again, it's just
we want Taro when the games became lopsided. In 2011, Panini America created a Taro Sugimoto hockey card and included it within the box sets as a collector's item. In 2013, the New Era Cap Company sold Tokyo Katana hats as a to commemorate the 40th anniversary of Sugimoto's draft
Look,
selection.
okay, just because everybody, this is a beloved character,
This
and
is
it's
fun to me. This is
okay.
fun.
I mean, I understand that. I totally get that, right? But then we just had the debacle with the NFL team whose mascot was, of a particular what is that word I'm looking for? Not yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? The now Washington Generals, right? It just feels like kind of that, but like for hockey.
Commanders.
The Commanders now. Apologies, I forgot. I didn't know they changed it again.
No,
right?
they didn't.
Weren't they Washington Generals at some point?
They were the Washington Redskins.
Yes, and then they turned
And then they
into
were the Washington football team.
Okay, that's right. Okay, I thought it was Washington Generals. I don't know.
That's who plays the Harlem Globetrotters.
That feels like a fake team.
The Harlem Globetrotters?
No, the Washington Generals. I know the Harlem Globetrotters are. Okay, they are technically a fake team, right? Because
no, they're a real team.
Okay,
they play real basketball games. Are the Savannah Bananas a real baseball team?
No, I would argue that they're not. I mean, that's okay.
They're just really
getting lost
Sugimoto.
Here. Okay, we're getting lost in the weeds here. Okay,
Sugimoto has a card.
I want to see the card.
Look it up on eBay.
Tell me that they didn't make it a stereotypical Asian man with like.
I mean, he is Asian.
Yes, I get that, but it's like let's not go too stereotypical with it. You know what I mean? Because then we get into stereotypes and whatnot. Okay, Sugimoto hockey card.
It's TSUJIMOTO.
The silent T. It always gets me, dude. Like it always gets me. Okay, so they gave him it looks like a college hockey player. That's what it is. So
yeah. So I don't know. I just thought it was funny. A little bit of hockey history there. Jeopardy question.
It's great. I mean, again, I don't want to take away from everybody's fun here. Okay, I just feel like let's be careful.
I understand what you're saying. Again, it was in 1974.
That's why. Okay, that's what I'm saying though. Is that like everybody's like having great fun with it 40 years later or 50 years later or whatever.
But what is wrong with it though?
I don't know. It's just the connotations, the implications. You know,
the stereotypes.
Yeah, the stereotypes too. You know,
what's the stereotype?
That Asian man played on a Tokyo Katanas team, you know.
Do you not think that there are
like,
Asian people?
They use
do you
swords.
not think that?
Yeah,
do you not think that the Japanese baseball teams are predominantly people from like Japan?
Yeah, but I mean, like we're not like like I don't know, making fun of their culture, but like
I don't
anime or anything like that.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Obviously, things were different 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Not quite 50 years ago, 40 years ago, right? Is that 50 years ago?
I don't even know, man.
It's 50, 74.
I can't do math like on a good day.
So again, like I understand what you're saying, but it's
probably not to the level of like the Washington Chiefs. Wait, no. What was that one? What is
Commanders?
Commanders. There we go. I'm gonna get it eventually.
They were the Redskins.
Yes.
The Cleveland. They used to be the Cleveland Indians. And now they're the Cleveland
Guardians. The one too. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, dude. What a time.
I mean, there's a whole thing. Florida State Seminoles, Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, it just feels weird why we do pick and choose a little bit. You know what I mean?
Because those are tribes and not derogatory terms. But the Cleveland Indians thing was because their mascot was very, very racist.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's not to that level. So I get it. I get why it's fun. I'm not gonna. I'm just I'm playing devil's advocate here. Playing devil's advocate here. Okay.
I mean,
I'm already on thin ice with legal. Okay, I'm trying to keep as far away from it as possible. All right.
It definitely toes the line, but I think it ultimately is all in good fun. I think that.
It doesn't feel like they've went out of their way to like
it
make
feels
fun
like
of
they
it either. Yeah.
It feels like they have. Well, it's not a real person, but it feels
like the people. Sorry, the culture.
I got you.
Yeah.
It feels like a nice little like this is a fun thing. Here we go.
Yeah.
And trust me, if you're a Buffalo Sabres fan, you need something.
Yeah, I would argue. Yeah, you're probably right. It's almost better being a Bruins fan, honestly. At the end of the day.
Oh yeah, they are. If I recall, no, the Miami Dolphins have the longest playoff drought. I think they have the Miami Dolphins haven't won since the year 2000. They've been to the playoffs. The Buffalo Sabres have not been to the playoffs since 2011.
Damn, dude.
So
The Coyotes
I
ever
think
get sold? They got sold, right?
they folded.
Folded. What does that mean? They just get rid of the team?
That means that they're dormant at the moment because technically the Coyotes assets team all that was purchased and moved to Utah
Oh, that's
with the
right.
understanding that the ownership that owns the Coyotes have like a 5 to 7 year window to reestablish themselves with an arena with all of this. It's not going to happen.
Let's do some fundraising and let's let Wisp Studios buy the Coyotes.
Not going to happen. I'm telling you right now. What today is September middle
September 26th.
September 26, 2025. The
Mm-hmm.
next two teams, because the NHL is going to expand.
Yeah.
I don't think it should. I think you're going to water it down. There's two,
Eh.
but again, there are a lot of players available. The next two teams will be in Atlanta and Houston. Bookmark it, bank on it, take it to the bank and cash it.
I don't
It's
think.
going to happen
Ooh, think about it. Like if we get a team in Atlanta, then we have a team
again.
that's closer.
Again, by the way, this will be
I don't know history. I don't know. I'm not hockey history, so it's the third.
This third time's a charm. Do you know? Can you name the two teams?
Yeah, dude. The Oilers and
Wrong.
the Whalers.
But you're in the right neighborhood with the Oilers. The
Okay.
Calgary Flames were originally the Atlanta Flames. Why were they Atlanta Flames? Because Atlanta burned during the Civil War.
Damn. A little bit on the nose, I feel like.
That is literally what they're called. So the Atlanta Flames moved to Calgary, became the Calgary Flames. The second time they got the Atlanta Thrashers the same year that the Nashville Predators became a team because it was the NHL's push into the South. Because prior to the Predators and the Thrashers, you had the Lightning. That was it. That was the only thing you had in the South.
The problem with the Thrashers is like that doesn't sound like an NHL team. So
The problem with the Thrashers was the ownership never wanted to be in Atlanta and actively tank their team, so they moved them out. You know where they went? Winnipeg,
the Winnipeg Jets, baby.
which is the Winnipeg Jets too, because the original Winnipeg Jets moved to Arizona and became the Coyotes.
that is a lot of lore. I feel
Dude,
like
hockey lore is so fun.
it is just like
Just like your wife's favorite team. They're a stolen team too. They didn't originate in Carolina. They started in Hartford. The Whalers, baby.
oh, that's right. They are the Whalers. That's right. That's where I was getting Whalers from. But I do think that like the hockey team name makes an NHL team, right? So if you have a bad name like the Whalers, like the
Dude, the Whalers is a goat name, dude. It's great.
like the Whalers, like the Thrashers, I feel
You
like
know what's a stupid name? Hurricanes. Stupid.
what hits North Carolina all the time? Hurricanes. I think it's more
Right.
apt, right? What do you not see at
That's geographically insensitive because
well, what do you not see
they
in
don't
North
have
Carolina?
they don't have hurricanes in the southern hemisphere, bro. They have typhoons.
They have hurricanes all the time.
No, they don't.
They hit the coast all the
They-
time.
no,
We
they do
just
not.
had one come from the coast and hit literally North Carolina and Tennessee.
Why don't you Google the last time a hurricane hit Australia, and they'll tell you that it's a typhoon.
Oh, you're talking about Australia. I was talking about North Carolina.
I said the southern hemisphere, not the southern United States.
That's the same thing, man. We
It's
are
literally not.
the world. So,
We
But-
are the children.
but again, the Thrashers. It's never
That's a
gonna last.
great name,
Never
dude.
gonna last, dude. They got Raptor for their. What does Raptor still have a basketball
It was a
team?
bird. It was a fucking bird because they have the Atlanta Hawks.
That's fair. That works.
So it was a
Thrashers doesn't sound like a bird. Though.
Look at their logo, bro. It's dope as hell.
Oh, look it up real quick. But then is the Miami Raptors or whatever they are? They still have a basketball team.
The Toronto Raptors.
That's close, dude. Fucking I was
Not
in the
even in the
ballpark,
same
man.
fucking
Good
country,
Lord.
bro.
Thrashers hockey.
It just Atlanta Thrashers. Their colors are dope.
Atlanta
Their
Thrashers.
logo was dope.
I mean, it's cool, I guess. It looks like a minor league hockey team, but it's fine. It's whatever. You know,
The Hurricanes look like a minor league hockey team.
they look more professional. Like color schemes. So
No, they don't. It's terrible.
I'll tell you, black and gold, baby.
It's a little swirl. Oh, how creative are we?
Black and gold and bears
know what
on
else?
it, dude. It's great.
Lame. Did you know how many bears there are in professional sports? About 100.
Bruins the only one I care about, baby. Let's go. You know.
It's not even the only Bruins.
That's America's hockey team, sir. You keep yourself. Calm down,
Dude.
Okay.
The fact that everyone hates them.
Yeah,
They're
And
united.
We
in the-
unite. We are the United States
Honestly,
of
dude,
hating Boston. So
I'm going to tell you something else, too. Now that the Penguins are, like, atrocious.
yeah,
I have never experienced this sort of thing with, like, a hated team or, like, a hated player. but I am now able to appreciate how great Sidney Crosby is at hockey.
I feel like you have kind of come, I guess, like 180 on the Penguins. I remember when we first started hanging out, first started knowing each other. Like, yeah, because I mean, like the Caps and the Penguins. But then it's like when you guys won the Cup, when you finally got past the first round,
that helped.
There was kind of like a
second round
switch to flip, and it was like, okay, like we can respect.
We beat Columbus in the first round, and we finally beat the Penguins. We exercised the demons, but it just helps that like they're really, really bad.
Good, yeah.
But like, I mean, Sidney Crosby's like probably one of the top 5 greatest hockey players of all time. Like he's incredibly good, and I can appreciate it now, knowing that like he is of no threat to me.
Yeah, he's like he's like an old man now. He's like he's become that geriatric where you like I can respect you now. You're like you're not a threat to me or my team anymore.
Yeah.
Like
right.
You're just
you're not a threat to my well-being.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the line. Like once you're geriatric and you no longer are a threat to my existence,
then it's like you're fine. You can exist.
Then you're just like, yeah, whatever. Do you know what an idiom is?
That's what I am for sure, dude. Hell yeah, buddy. I am an idiom if I've ever seen one.
That was a layup. That was layup.
It was.
I feel this may be a Mandela effect, but I swear I feel like we've talked about some of these before.
We have definitely talked about idioms before, and I still don't know what it is, but
okay. So an idiom is like just like a famous phrase. Like,
okay. Yeah.
Like for example, a cat has 9 lives.
Yeah. Which is like where does that come from?
Rome wasn't built in a day, right? I didn't get that deep into it.
Okay.
But the thing is there's a lot of phrases. Don't look them up. Don't look them up.
I just want to see where cat lives come from.
Well, yeah, but you're gonna see the rest of it. Wait.
Okay, I won't look it up yet. I won't look it up. Where does P come from? Just I don't know. That's what Google's was. So,
an anapodaton. An anapodaton. Do you know what that is?
I thought we were doing idioms, not like
we are. So an anapodaton is a figure of speech or discourse that is an incomplete sentence, meaning most of these idioms you have heard your entire life are anapodatons.
Now, I will say, I know that the jack of all trades is one of those anacondas, and it's because it's like jack of all trades, master of none, blah blah blah. There's more to it than that.
Do you know the rest of it? That's actually the first one I have.
No, but I figured it was up there. Yeah.
Everyone tells you it's jack of all trades, master of none. The second part that is often left out is though oftentimes better than a master of one. Meaning it is better to be a jack of all trades than a master of one.
Exactly. So all you people out there with huge dicks, like, okay, cool, you got a big dick. That's all you can do with it. I am, again, a jack of all trades, buddy. So
okay.
I'm sure that analogy works. So.
But what if you know how to use that and everything else? Now you're just gifted.
No, because that's the thing, dude. That's the thing. It's like a lot of people with huge hogs, they're normally like just coasting on having a huge hog. Now, I'm not speaking for all huge hoggers, okay? Right? Shouts out Ian, right? You look great in that shirt, right? Shouts out you. You look great in that shirt. Like, I'm sure that you guys are good with it, as well with your hands. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people with huge hogs out there, they're coasting too heavily on.
That sounds like projection and jealousy.
I don't care. You can have a huge hog, dude. I'm comfortable with myself, dude.
Are you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Money is the root of all evil.
That feels like it's all. That's buttoned up nice and tight. Yep.
Nope. Because for the love of money is the root of all kinds of evils. Which I understand. It's a bit redundant. So I understand why it was cut in half.
Yeah, I don't like that one. No, just cut that one. Just cut that one. I don't like that one. Just keep the original.
The early bird catches the worm.
Okay.
But the second mouse gets the cheese.
See, you kind of understand though, like why we have these anacondas, right? Is that because when you keep talking, it's like the first part you said is great. I love that. That makes sense. But then when you keep talking, it's like.
But why doesn't the second one make sense?
Because again, like you said, it feels redundant. It feels like you're just okay. Like
no, that doesn't feel redundant. That's a different meaning.
But the second mouse gets the cheese. I don't want cheese.
Means just because you're first doesn't mean you get the best prize. Just because you finish first doesn't mean that you're the best.
I mean, hey, I like to tell myself that, dude. I finished first. You fucking you haven't. What are you talking about? Like it's great.
Yeah, right.
I had a great time.
Again,
no, I mean like, in that situation.
I'll give you a real life example.
Okay.
My daughter struggles with with not being first. So when she does schoolwork, she loves to be the first one done.
Mm-hmm.
But what that does is that oftentimes means that she is overlooking things, or she makes simple, dumb mistakes that she otherwise would not miss if she wasn't so concerned about being the early bird.
I don't feel like, okay, I understand
But
what you're
that
saying. I understand what you're saying, but I don't
because
feel
the
like,
second mouse gets the cheese, if she takes her time
yeah, but I
and
don't,
does it correctly, she makes 100 as opposed to finishing first and making a 75.
hey, fair. And
That's a real life situation.
yes, but again, it's like to the bird didn't fucking want cheese. Okay, he wanted the worm.
That's not the point. You're thinking too literally. It's not
I'm just
literal.
saying the early bird gets the worm, yeah, because the fucking bird wanted the worm, all right? Now, but in the second mouse gets the cheese, yeah. Okay, but
You
it's
are
still,
thinking in literal terms.
if you think about
of
it,
birds and mice.
that's the first that's the first mouse to get to the cheese. He is technically the early bird to get the worm because he got the first cheese, right?
No, the early bird in
Saying-
this sense, if the first cheese, you're talking about a mousetrap. The first mouse that gets to the cheese is dead.
Okay, when I think about it in those terms,
No, you didn't think about shit.
the
I just told
second
you.
mouse gets the cheese does make more sense. See, I was thinking like again. I think I was thinking too
Again.
literally. Like I
Yeah.
just thought it. I think I was thinking too literally about it, and so it makes sense now whenever I stop and think about it. That like yes, the early bird gets the worm, sure, but the second mouse. See,
Yeah, because the second mouse gets the cheese because the first mouse he got
yeah,
dead.
but I feel like we shouldn't convolute the two because I feel like it's like.
Well, it was dropped for a reason.
Yeah, I know because like again, it's like about the bird. Like you don't talk about the second bird. Okay, cool. He went hungry. Okay, but it's like the first mouse. Like, you could talk about the first mouse. You know, like the first mouse gets decapitated. That's a good saying. I like that one.
There was one about what's the one about? Oh, curiosity killed the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Now I heard a second sentence of this my whole life that turns out was not.
That's a Mandela
Okay.
effect right there. Yeah.
No. No, I heard it. So I was always told that like someone says curiosity killed the cat, and then the follow up I was told was, but the cat had 9 lives.
Is that the real
Me-
one or the one you remember?
That's the one I remember, but I like that one because if you break it down, it's like okay, so you got curious and you tried to do this and you failed at it, but you still have more tries because the cat had 9 lives. Just
Yeah.
because you fail once doesn't define you. You still have more tries.
Yeah, that's
Right?
deep. Yeah, I like
Right?
that.
But the actual idiom is curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back.
I don't like that one.
Mine's better.
Yours is way better, dude. Honestly, yours is way better. That one sounds stupid. Like I don't. Cat died, right? He's dead. I get that he had like. That doesn't make sense. I hate it. Get it out of here. Let's replace it with yours.
I also think that you can't get over the literalness of stuff.
Because I don't know what they're talking about, dude. I'm fucking
Talking
know.
about cats and mice and birds and cheese?
Yeah, dude. Because I thought we were
sound
talking
like-
about
you're like-
1, 2,
Dude,
right? First,
you
first
you are
bird.
just like Charlie.
God, I'm not even trying to be. I'm just being honest here. Okay, I don't fucking get it. Okay, I want to know the literal sense in which we were talking about these. Right? Whenever somebody came up with like, "Oh, curiosity killed the cat," huh, what were you talking about? Like, were you talking about a cat actually dying? Were you talking? Like, what kind of analogy were you making in the scenario? I don't understand it.
I think a lot of times people sort of equate it to being like nosy.
I think I'm fucking stupid. I think it's what the problem is. I think I might.
Fair.
I think I might be dumb, dude.
You think? Winning isn't everything.
Okay, what's the rest of it?
It's the only thing.
Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. That one I can get behind. Bring that one back. Because that's the speech you give to the kids in a football game. You're like, hey, winning isn't everything, guys.
No, what you tell them is you got to hate losing more than you love winning.
That's deep. I'm 15 and that's deep.
Oh, man. Then you throw in your fucking like Jock Gems playlist and you're just like all hyped up to
Oh, pump it up. Get your
Yeah.
body moving.
or whatever that is you sent me. You sent me like 3 YouTube videos the other
Dude,
day.
I was in a hole, man. I was like, you got me thinking about it.
I did not watch them.
Good. Because they didn't age well, that's for sure.
I didn't want my algorithm messed
But it was
up.
all like, I'm going to show you how great I am. It was by Muhammad Ali, dude. He was like, he fucks people up, dude. He's a good fighter.
Great minds think alike.
Okay.
but fools seldom differ.
I think like I've heard that one before. I don't
Meaning that
understand
just
it.
it means that you and I can have the same thought process, but we can both be morons.
Yeah.
That doesn't make us, it doesn't mean that we're smart just because we have the same thought.
That's fun.
We could have the same thought and be dumb.
Yeah, we could. Honestly. Yeah. Especially if you have the same thought as me, probably the latter there. Yeah.
Now this one is super convoluted.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
I already did this.
Which one?
Oh, I totally
Did you biff the list?
a little bit. So money is the root of all evil. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. But there's actually more to it.
Oh shit, dude.
We can see why it was cut. For the love of all money is the root of all kinds of evil, for which some have strayed from the faith in their greediness, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Right.
That's like one of those things where it's I feel like if you said it in another language, it would be very short and concise but mean all that. But then you translated it to English and it was like all those words and people were like, let's just go with like the first part of it actually.
Let's just go with the first one.
Yeah.
Rome wasn't built in a day,
Okay. What is the actual saying?
but it burned in one.
Damn, dude. Fuck yeah, it did.
But it actually burned for 3 days, so
Oh,
that's
god damn it.
historically incorrect.
I'm too fucking stupid for these, okay? This is the reason I don't use these idioms, all right?
Because you're an idiot.
Because I'm an idiot, dude. God.
It is better to be feared than loved
I say no to that one.
if you cannot be both.
Fucking sounds like some line from a movie. Like a Terminator movie or something like
It's
that.
like a narcissistic, like tyrannical thought process.
Yeah, that's
Egotistical.
something a villain would say, honestly. Yeah. He's like, if I can't be loved by everybody, then I'm gonna
If I can't be
feared.
both feared and loved, then I must be feared.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's bad parenting right there.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Okay, here we go. All right, I've heard this one.
Well, that's actually the second part.
Oh shit.
Heaven has no rage like love to hatred turned, nor hell a fury like a woman scorned.
Okay, I can understand why they shortened it for sure. No, I don't know why.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, I don't know why they went with the second part though.
Revenge is a meal best served cold sort of deal.
Yeah, is
Like-
that one of them on here?
No.
Okay, damn. I was kind of hoping there's more to it. Like,
No,
unless you're like having
Now,
cold pizza
this
or
is the
something.
one that is often misquoted.
Okay.
Blood is thicker than water.
Okay.
And it has been used many times in by families in situations where it's like, well, it's your so and so, that's your so and so, well, they're your blood, and it's like, and
I understand.
what's your point?
Yeah, blood is thicker than water. Okay, yeah.
Like you're supposed to give people the benefit of the doubt, and you're supposed to forgive family, blood relatives for acting like fuck asses just because they get a leg up because they're family. Well, you don't get to choose your family. So you just have to just deal with it and tolerate it. And it's just like, no, that's disgustingly gross.
It's like you said the first part, like you don't have to choose your family, or you don't get to choose your family. But it doesn't mean that you're stuck with them. You know what I mean? Like,
No, it is. Like, no, you are.
I mean, like you're not.
You're forced to love, dude.
Oh, got you. Okay, got you.
So the actual saying is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb.
Okay, hell yeah, dude. Witches, hell yeah, dude.
That's what you took out of that?
Yeah, because covenants, witches, right? Because like this comes from like a group of witches hanging out, and like they were like, hey, you can't stray from this family because we are
your
closer.
family.
We're closer all right now than you were when you were inside of your mother.
Some would say that like a witch's coven is very close to that of La Cosa Nostra. Our family is more important than your actual family.
But they didn't have nearly as much magic in the La Costa Nostra, dude.
That you know of.
I mean, honestly, if
Money
the
is
mafia,
magic.
well, I mean,
Bribery is magic, bro.
if the mafia
You can make everything go away if you
had-
pay enough money.
That's fair, but I mean, if the mafia had more mysticism to it, I think it would be cooler. You know what I mean?
You should read The Darkness.
What is that? Is that like
Jackie Estacado, dude. He gets the darkness, and he's in the mafia, and he has these darklings, dude. This like, and there's like angels
is
and
this?
demons, dude. The darkness, dude.
that sounds fucking rad as hell.
It is fucking rad as hell.
Is it like-
Now it's a bit dated, and it's very '90s grungy cringe at times, but
Hey.
it's literally the like heaven and hell. But like Jackie is a mob, he's in the mafia, but he gets on his 21st birthday, he gets this thing called the darkness that is passed down through generations, and he is able to harness the darkness and make fucking like darklings. They made 2 games out of it, dude. It fucking rules, bro.
That sounds cool. You give me that story in the mafia, I'm a part of the family as much as I can be, right? Like I'm in. Like I'm waiting around for the darkness.
I'm gonna show you a picture.
That's super cool, man. I'm gonna look up the darkness now.
Yeah, look up the Darkness comic and then go to images and look up fucking Jackie Estacado. It's dope, dude. It's so good.
Franchetti Mafia comics. Is that?
Well, just type in the Darkness comics.
I did. Yeah, looks fucking sick as hell, dude.
It's dope.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Where was this at? You know what I'm saying? Like
It's
Jackie
there.
Estacado, dude.
It's there, dude. They literally made 2 games of it, dude, and you control the darkness.
The Darkness debuted in Witchblade number 10.
Yep.
Witchblade is also an anime, if I'm not mistaken.
It might be.
It is. Yep. This is the same Witchblade
Yeah.
because she's naked as hell in it too. So.
Yep. Yep.
Shouts out if you want to see boobies, go to Witchblade. I think it's on Hulu. It's fucking sick.
Top Cow is who used to own it. I don't know who owns it.
Top
now.
Cow.
Top Cow.
Hell yeah, dude. But
Are you familiar with the Fermi Paradox?
oh fuck. I feel like I should be. Put me on the spot again, dude. Like Fermi. Damn it. What is it? I forgot it.
It is the discrepancy between the lack of conclusive evidence of advanced extraterrestrial life and the apparently high likelihood of its existence.
Yeah, yeah.
Meaning the
yeah.
fact that like it is highly possible that there is other life forms in space.
Yeah, but we don't have.
But we have no conclusive proof.
I've heard the Fermi Paradox. Yes. Yeah. It's coming back to me now.
Yeah, I figured you did. But I just got any thoughts on it?
Yeah. I thought we were going somewhere. I thought there was like some kind of story that came out. We're just no. I think it is definitely cool. There's like there's been there's one video I watched a way back when, and it was talking about this idea that because of like how we exist as humans and like how short of our time span is here on the earth or whatever, because like literally like when you look at the history of the universe, like we're just a literal smaller than a grain of sand amongst the ocean, the beach, whatever, right? And so it's like the reason that we haven't found life and that we never will is because we haven't found life up until this point. And so like there's basically like we exist in a sort of bubble or whatever. And so like that, unfortunately, due to the constraints of time and not being able to travel through and harness the power of wormholes and black holes and like our own sun, we're never going to be at the point in which we can travel fast enough or discover fast enough another species of alien, right? And so it's very depressing. So, but
yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, I do think that fuck, what was the thing? I do think that the Fermi Paradox is probably true. Like I don't think we're ever going to legitimately find evidence. I think that we are currently dealing with like a lot of I would argue if it's not evidence, quote unquote, it's definitely like fucking
evidence adjacent,
almost to the point where it's like probes essentially from other species, but it's not like directed at us. It was literally just directed in our general direction to scan whatever was close by. Just so happens that we're here, and like there's nothing. I would argue that there's probably nothing sentient.
Here's the thing, and I have been of this thought for many years, and it has been like in a way sort of confirmed based on like how we reacted as a society to COVID. But it's like, even if we will never reach full disclosure, it'll never happen based on the current situation of the internet.
Yeah,
misinformation, people. That's just AI, dude. That's not real. Whatever. Like we're hitting that point, and like I just don't think that. Because even you would be skeptical if like it came out, like it's all based on like a situation. Like if there's a different person in office that was like a respectable person,
it's just that's the thing is that like even today, it's everything that has come out has been disproven. And it's just like either it's like
disproven by whom though?
Well, I mean, like it's either a hoax or it's like, oh, this is like, you know, this kind of like because I mean, if you remember the whole thing with the probes or the drones and whatnot, and like shooting it down in like Alaska and or whatever it was, and it always ends up being disproven, and it's like then you can't even begin to believe it because then it's like, who do we believe? You know, and it's a whole thing, dude. We're never gonna get disclosure, unfortunately, until. But then again, it's like even if aliens were to come tomorrow and land in Nevada, what's the middle of the country? What's the middle states? What are some middle states?
You talking about the Midwest?
No, like in the middle of the U.S.
Kansas, Texas, Oklahoma.
Say UFO drops down middle of Kansas, right? In the middle of the U.S., cameras all rush to the scene, right? I still feel like it would be hard to sit there and say these are aliens because there'd be something like, okay, how do we know it's not AI? How do we know it's not like somebody from other countries trying to convince us that there's aliens? You know what I mean? Like it
depends on who gets to control the narrative.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people who think that like the whole Corona incident is what it should be called, but you know the UFO that landed like at Roswell, New Mexico, which stole the name of the Corona incident,
dude,
right?
You remember talking about like. Let's go in the Wayback Machine. Okay. Episode 3? Episode 2?
Storming Area 51? Yeah.
Remember when that was that thing, dude? That was 6 fucking years ago.
The most anticipated event of our lives. And what happened? They just stood around the fucking the entrance. Nobody had the balls, mainly because although it was children that showed up, but nobody had the balls to rush Area 51.
Is that episode 3?
It's somewhere around there. Yeah, it's either 2 or 3.
Is it Game Over?
Game Over.
Game Over, man.
Yeah.
Game Over.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Dude, think about it. They had the opportunity. Yes. Would there have been casualties? Absolutely. But you're in this mass of people. There was like hundreds of people there. They can't shoot all of you.
You sound like Lord Farquaad from Shrek. Many of you may die, and that is a risk I am willing to take.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. I feel like Lord Farquaad in this situation.
I mean, you are short. Short King rise up.
Short King rise up. But I do think that like you had the opportunity. They're not going to be able to shoot everybody, dude.
There's some mines.
They're not going to be able to blow up everybody, buddy. Just shake. You could be. Think about it. Out there, kids.
I think you underestimate.
Do Area 51. Do Area 51 Takeover Part 2, right? Get more kids out there. Get Mr. Beast.
Kids?
Get Mr. Beast out there. Get all of his
fans.
fans.
Can fucking find his way into places, right?
What's up, guys? I'm Mr. Beast, and today we're going to be storming Area 51. And it'd be a whole YouTube video. He's
not a real person, right?
I 100% think that if there's a YouTuber that goes full AI in our lifetime, it's Mr. Beast. Yeah.
He's like unsettling.
I don't like it. I don't like him.